Hello Flosstube, I'm Sarah and you're very welcome to my channel Sew Me Sarah. This is a YouTube channel all about cross stitch, a little bit of life and sometimes other arts and crafts thrown in as well. Thank you to those of you who are new, who have given the channel a try today. I hope that you will enjoy what you see here, and don't be worried if this is not your cup of tea. There will be a floss tuber out there for you, so keep looking. But if you decide that you like what you see here, then please consider subscribing to the channel so that you can join the community here at Sew Me Sarah. To those of you who have been part of that community already for considerable time, thank you so much for showing up every time I post a video and for continuing the chat here on Sew Me Sarah. Since last time, well, I haven't really been up to a lot. Trying to recover, thought I was getting there, and then we have all three of us managed to take a second cold. It is a little bit different from the first one that I had. Sorry, itchy nose and cold. It is a little bit different from the first one that I had. I can tell it's a different variety. But anyway, hopefully it will move on quickly because I'm now fed up with these things. But it is that time of year, isn't it? Anyway, I want to say a huge thank you to those of you who responded to my questions about knitting patterns. In the last video, I was asking about beginner knitting patterns for sweaters, and also about sock knitting and whether it was possible to get sock knitting kits from somewhere. Both of those queries were related to my friend. I think I may have left the impression that I was the one wanting to knit socks, but I tried that before. It took me 3 months to knit a pair of socks, so I'm not in a hurry to do that again. But my friend wants to knit herself a sweater, and as I explained before, she didn't find the folks at the Knitting and Stitching show very helpful in that regard. But you guys have come up trumps with lots of suggestions for first sweater knit patterns. So I have collated those and sent them on to her, and she's very grateful. So thank you so much for that. The knitting socks request was because I thought that might be a good idea for a gift for her. And I have been trying to find a sock kit, but I kind of don't exactly know what I'm doing. So it was really good to get your advice. So thank you for that. I was able to get in touch with Black Sheep Wools, and they helped me to identify a few items that we could basically build our own kit with. So I've got a lovely little self-built kit which will allow her to knit a couple of pair of beginner socks and a nice pattern book for some not advanced socks, but once you've got the hang of the vanilla sock, as it were, then you could move on to those. So I'm hoping that she will enjoy that gift. And I really appreciate all of your help. I knew you guys would have the answers I needed, and I'm very grateful for that. So I just wish I was having as much success with the rest of my Christmas shopping. If only everybody wanted cross-stitch or sewing related things, then I would know what to buy, people. Anyway, hopefully you're having more luck than me on the gift hunting front. Okay, let's talk about some stitching, because I'm not entirely sure how long this voice is going to hold out without a coughing fit. I have 2 FFOs to share with you. One I was working towards, and the other was kind of a surprise to me. I kind of saw it and thought, okay, I'm just going to do that. And that is this one, which is Give Greatly. And it is a pattern by Silver Creek Samplers. And I stitched it last year, but I didn't finish it for Christmas last year because I left it behind on the brag table at Stitch in London 2023, and I just told Marie to hang on to it for me. I wasn't in a big rush for it, and we arranged for it to return to me in the new year. So it didn't get finished last year, but I saw it when I was looking for supplies for finishing other things, and I thought, yeah, I could do that. That would be nice to be able to put up with our Christmas decorations this year. So I just flat mounted it onto some mount board with a little bit of wadding, just one layer of wadding in there, and then I mounted it onto another fabric covered mount board. So, and then I just popped it into the frame. So there was a little lip of frame on this inside here, so I was able to just glue it to that. And I just think it's very pretty and very simple. I don't do very fluffy finishes, as you know, but this one is just right up my street. So I'm very happy to have this one finished, and it does sit here on the dresser with the other Christmas decorations. So let's see if I can get it back without crashing everything. There we go. So that was the first of my fully finished items. The second one I was working on, and if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen the start of my finishing process. And that was for the twin bird pincushion. And this is a pattern by Chloe, Girl with the Gavel Stitches. The pattern was gifted to us at Stitch in London 2023. It was in our retreat pack. And Sally and I decided that when we were starting our Fun for 50 SAL 2024, that this would be our very first stitch. We were both at Stitch in London. We both had this chart. It seemed like a good place for us to start. So this is the pincushion top. You can see that we have finished as a mattress pincushion as it was designed to be. And I'm quite proud of myself. I didn't find it easy. In saying that, it's not hard either. It's just, it takes time. That's what it is. It's not that it's hard at all. It just takes time. I found it quite a slow process, but it was worth it. It was worth it. So that is the top pattern. The bottom pattern, I adapted. It originally said Stitch in London 2023, but I put on instead Stitchers of 1974 because there are so many of us who have had our 50th birthdays this year in 2024. So we were all 1974 babies. There are lots of Flosstubers and lots of my viewers as well. And I just wanted to remember all of us as we had part of this journey together this year with Sally and I doing the stitch along, and many of you participating and sharing with us that you also are 1974 babies. So that was my decision for the back piece. On the top I have attached two little charms. This 50 charm came from Ros Clarke Crafts. She sent Sally and I a package of 50 charms for the year, so it's nice to add one of those here. And Sally sent some 2024 charms, so I added that one on this side. Now the magnificent pins, I hope you can see them well enough. They're not obscured by Christmas trees. These magnificent pins were a gift from Stitchy Rachel, and Rachel sent Sally and I a set of pins each for our pincushion as a gift, and I think they're just beautiful and they just finish this so nicely. So I am chuffed to pieces that this is finished. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that this is stuffed with all of the orts that I collected from all of the stitching in this year. So all of my 2024 orts are in here. Believe it or not, I didn't have enough. I have a big candle jar. I'll insert a picture here for you to see. And it was full of orts, really full of orts. But it still wasn't enough to stitch and to stuff this little pillow. So there is a little bit of polyfill in here as well, but I like a nice firm finish on my pillows. Anyway, the point is that the suggestion to stuff the pillow with the orts was one of the viewer suggestions for us. One of the prompts for us was to start something that we could then stuff with our orts from the year and finish it at the end of the year. So that is what I have done with this, and it was a great suggestion because now I know, nobody will ever know by looking at it, but I know that in here are the orts of a year's worth of fun and pleasure and celebration. And so that is a really lovely thing to carry forward with. So that is my finish of Twin Bird Pincushion. So those are my two finishes. I'm very happy to report on those. In terms of stitching, I didn't stitch on a lot of projects in the last couple of weeks, mainly because I was focusing quite heavily on the Robin Christmas patchwork piece, which was the stitch along from the Historical Sampler Company. Part 4 of that released on Monday just past, and part 4 was the last part, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I really wanted to work on it and get it finished. Look how beautifully that white pops on that sage green fabric. So this is a sage linen. Historical Sampler Company use this colour quite a lot, and a sage Ada that Sweetheart have dyed specially for them. So it's an exclusive colour to them, and it really, really works beautifully with winter stitching or white stitching. So I would not probably choose this colour of fabric myself, but I miss out obviously because I didn't, because I wouldn't, because this is superb, really superb. I love the detail in this design. The detail means that it is quite a big stitch. It did take me quite a long time to stitch all the parts of this, but I think you'll agree that it's worth it. And it's a really great value for money stitch along then if you've got plenty of stitching out of it. So this was a lot of fun. I really, really wanted to get it finished, so I was pushing myself to catch up with part 3 and trying to finish all of part 4 as well in the last couple of weeks. So I think last week this was exclusively what I stitched on, just trying to get it together. I also have been going to bed a lot earlier because I feel lousy. So I did lose some stitching hours, but anyway, this one is now finished. If you like it now that it's no longer a mystery and you like seeing the fully finished piece before you make a decision to purchase, it is available to purchase as a full kit with linen, a full kit with Ada, that's a 32 count linen and a 16 count Ada, or you can purchase it just as a PDF only and kit it up yourself on maybe a different fabric or using different threads. I've seen several finishes on the Historical Sampler Company Facebook group, which you can join to see what's going on over there. I've seen several finishes where folks have changed the fabric and threads, and it looks beautiful as well. So you could do that. Those are available to purchase if now that you've seen it, you fancy having a go for yourself. So that is a finish, my whip and a finish. And just to share with you, when you, it wouldn't be me if there wasn't a day when it didn't fall off. Okay. And just to share with you, if you are thinking of purchasing a kit, be assured that Historical Sampler Company provide plenty of thread in their kits. I have all of this thread left over from the stitching, and that is plenty. So have no concerns about the amount of thread included in kits. I know sometimes if you haven't had a kit before from a company, you might just wonder about that, but you don't need to worry with Historical Sampler Company. I did try to pick up Rejoice Evermore now and again over the last couple of weeks. The Robin Christmas Patchwork did take my focus. I was determined to get that one done. So I picked up Rejoice Evermore occasionally, and I did make a little bit of progress. We have one of the birds in. It's not, oh sorry, this one over here. It's not fully complete. I still have to do the satin stitching in the wing and his beak, which I will do once I've got the other bird in, the second bird in. So let me show you the pattern again. So we will have the second bird, a little bit of more foliage and berries, this embroidery hoop, some initials, and these stars down the side, and that should really finish it. So I do believe and hope that this is still going to be finished by the end of the year, so that I can call it done and think about how I might frame it and display it, which I haven't given any thought to yet. But that is the plan, and I think I can do it. I think I can do it and get this one finished, because it has been almost 2 years since I started this sal with you, Anita, at Stitchy Things, and she's long finished, as I've told you before, and I'm definitely playing catch up. So I love it. I will get to it now that the Robin Christmas Patchwork sal is finished. I will spend a little bit more time on Rejoice Evermore. I had one start since I was with you last. This is number 48 of 50 for the Fun for 50 sal 2024 that I'm doing with Sally over at Flossie Sews and Grows for our 50th birthday celebrations. Start number 58. Start number 48 for me was Seasons of the Heart Winter by Janine McGowan of the Blue Flower. This pattern was originally published in Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, December 2021. It's Christmas Winter 2021. You can now purchase them as individual patterns. They were released as a series of 4 seasonal hearts. So this one is started at the suggestion of our friend Stitchy Rach. So Rachel said that we should start something with a heart from the Blue Flower, which I know is very specific, but it was kind of a joke because when I first met Rachel at Stitch in London 2023, she was stitching one of these. I can't remember if it was this one, I don't think it was, but she was stitching one of the Seasons of the Hearts and trying to get a finish on that, and we had a lot of laughs and discussions about it. And I was warned many times to be careful of the heart. It's not symmetrical, you have to be careful when stitching it, because I think a lot of unstitching, reverse stitching has happened to not just to Rachel, but to several others who have stitched this as well. So when I said I had this pattern and I've always wanted to do it, Rachel said that really we would have to include one in the 50 starts for the year. So because I chose the winter one, she's had to wait a long time to see me fulfill this prompt, but thank you for that, Rachel. It also fulfills prompt number 31 from Justine Stitching. And Justine said, stitch something seasonal from the season that you were born in. So I'm a winter baby, hence that's the chart that I chose. Ros Clarke said that we should stitch something from a magazine chart. So as I said, it was in Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. And Neuf Gazi said to stitch something seasonal. So after all that, I really probably should show you my start. So I was quite happy with this amount of a start. And as you can see, I've started to bring up one side of the heart. So it's probably not going to get a lot of work in the next few weeks. simply because I've got other priorities in the next few weeks. But it feels great to have this much of a start on this project that I really enjoy, and it will be there for me to pick up when I am ready for it. So thank you to you all for the great prompts for the whole year, but for this pattern, since it's the one I'm talking about today. And I look forward to stitching more on this, and hopefully more of the hearts as we go on. So it will not be the last time you've seen it, and I hope that you'll see the rest of the series too. Okay, so that's all of the actual stitching. I do have some plans that include the final 2 starts for the 50 starts, the year of 50 starts. Number 49 should be in the next fortnight, and that will be Strawberry Fields Forever. Sorry, fuzzy head. That will be Strawberry Fields Forever and will be my birthday start. So at the minute it's planned for the 8th of December, so that's next Sunday. That's the big day. But I'm not actually going to be at home on that day, so I haven't yet worked out what I'm going to do about my start. If I'm able to take it with me and it works that I can do some stitching while I'm traveling, then I'll do that. But I'm just not sure. I'm traveling to London to celebrate my birthday with 2 friends, and I'm really looking forward to that, hoping I feel much better than I do today by Friday. So we're spending Friday to Sunday in London, just doing some nice gentle things, some Christmas markets, arts and crafts markets. We're going to a nice Christmas concert in St. Martin in the Fields. We want to see some Christmas lights and just imbibe a little bit of festive atmosphere and do some gentle celebrating. So I'm looking forward to that. Like I say, I'm traveling light and I don't know if I'll be able to fit in everything I need and stitching. So I'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'll get a few stitches in when I come home on Sunday evening, but don't be surprised if you don't see anything on Instagram immediately. It will be up on the Monday. And I know that some of you are joining me for that start, and I look forward to seeing what you've chosen, what fabrics you've chosen and threads you've chosen, and how you're planning to do it. I am stitching it on a 40 count blush pink from Spygart, and I'm really looking forward to it because it's been a little while since I stitched on a pink fabric, and I love stitching on pink fabric. So that is the next start, and then the very last start, number 50, will be the sal that I'm doing with Jackie, and that is the Barbara Anna 4 Seasons sal. Now I'm going to tell you the hashtag and hope that I've got it right. I will put the correct hashtag down below, but it is BA4, the number 4, Seasons sal. We have no idea how the hashtags are going to work, but we're still going to attribute a hashtag to it. If you join us, please feel free to post your progress on Instagram and tag both Jackie and I, and I will put our Instagram handles down below so that you can use those and share your starts with us. So that is the plan, and that start will be on the winter solstice, the 21st of December. We are starting, we're starting with the winter lady. If you want to start with a different lady, go ahead. If you're not in the winter season, if you're in the southern hemisphere and you want to start with the summer lady, then feel free to do it your way. But do join us because it would be really nice to see everyone stitching along. We're going to take the 3 months to stitch the winter lady or the first lady of our choice, and then on the next equinox we are going to start the spring one. So we're going to give each lady her 3 months in the sun, as it were, just to allow us to stitch other things and keep up with other stitching that we have on the go. And I'm really looking forward to sharing this experience with Jackie and with many of you. So that will be number 50. It's very exciting. to be coming to the end. A little bit sad too, but very exciting to actually make it to number 50. So those are the main plans. I will keep up with Rejoice Evermore. I am determined not to carry that over into 2025. I also hope that in December I might be able to do a couple of the small stitches that are going to be included in the Historical Sampler Company's Advent box for this year. I was very privileged to be gifted this box by Joanne and Suzanne at Historical Sampler Company, and I will share it with you. I know today is the 1st of December, but I'm not going to share the box today. I'm going to share the box a little bit belatedly in, you know, every 5 days or so. I'm going to try and come back to you and share what has been in the box and what I've opened already. I don't want to do today's because it is still the 1st, and that might make it a spoiler for someone, so I'm going to try and do it a little bit after the fact, as it were. So, but we do know that they have included some small stitches in the box, and I would like to maybe be able to try a couple of those. So that's another plan that I have for December. And then, as well as that, if there is any time amid the Christmas gift wrapping and Christmas events and all the things that are going on, then I might choose another one of my current whips to try to push over the line for the end of the month. So it would be nice if I could to have another one that doesn't need carried over into 2025. But we'll see how it goes. Sometimes plans work and sometimes they don't, and more often than not they don't, especially in the month of December. But those are my thoughts. Rejoice Evermore, the 2 starts to finish the year, and then possibly another whip to finish, and maybe a little small from the Advent box. I hope that you have good plans to keep you sane in the Christmas period. It is getting busier, so who knows what will actually happen. I have another lovely stitch along to tell you about. So this stitch along is another Historical Sampler Company stitch along, and they invited me to join them for their New Year's stitch along, which is going to be called the Little Owl Patchwork Sampler. So I'm going to insert a few pictures while I'm chatting about this stitch along. The stitch along will start on the 1st of January. That's when part 1 of 4 parts will be released to you, and they will be sent by email PDF. The future releases will then come in fortnightly intervals until we have all 4 parts to make up this sweet little winter stitch. The kit is still available to purchase either as an Aida kit or a linen kit, 16 count Aida or 32 count linen. And this is the colour. It's a lovely neutral colour. This one is the linen. Beautiful neutral colour. And these are absolutely gorgeous winter threads. A little bit of warmth in there and some lovely cool colours too. I think it's really interesting, and I look forward to seeing what they do with this. So this is the kit. These are the supplies that came in the kit envelope. So if that's what you order, that's what you will get. It was also possible in their pre-order phase to order the kit along with a gift box. Now the gift box, as all of the Historical Sampler Company gift boxes do, sell out really, really quickly. So it is no longer available, but I do have it here to share with you and show you the kind of thing that you can get if you keep your eyes open and be aware of the sales that they have coming up. Then when they introduce those sales, they offer these gift boxes, like luxury gift box, along with the stitch along. So the best way to know about those is to sign up to their newsletter. Go to their website and sign up to their newsletter, and you will get notification of when that's coming. You can also follow Historical Sampler Company on Instagram, and you'll find out more that way as well. But when they send the gift box, it's beautifully wrapped, just as their monthly subscription boxes are. And inside, on the top, you will find that envelope with the kit. The one I've just shown you, this one here. That will be on the top of your box, and then your gifts will be inside the box. So here are the gifts for the little oil patchwork stitch along. So I'll share those with you. Some of these are still available to order from the website as individual items. So I'll tell you about those as we go through. There is a canvas project bag. It says happiness is homemade, so you'll be able to pop everything in there and keep it all together and tidy. That is available to purchase separately, as are the beautiful green stork scissors. Aren't they lovely colour of green? Perfect shade of green. And you can also order these little floss drops. So I think this is a set of 10, I think, or 12. There's maybe more than that there actually, but they are lovely little floss drops, red wooden floss drops. So those are available to order if you like the look of those. There is a gorgeous owl needle minder, and he or she, well, she's got very lovely eyelashes, so I'm going to say it's a she. She is available to order. Lovely enamel needle minder for this project. There is a little nurge hoop included in the gift box as well, so you can use that, move it around as you stitch. There's a lovely gift item, which this time is a little clipboard and notepad from East of India Company. They have such lovely taste in gifts. Joanne and Suzanne, when they put these boxes together, their taste in gifts is just beautiful. And they always include a tasty treat as well, which this time is Tony's Chocolonely Little Bits. So that might be for afternoon tea, now that I've shown them to you. So those are the contents of the gift box. I think you'll not be disappointed if you order one of the Historical Sampler Company gift boxes, but you do have to be quick. So I know it's disappointing that I'm showing you something today that you can't actually get, but I am telling you, if you are signed up to the newsletter and you're following them on Instagram, then you will have a better chance of securing a box for their next sale, whenever that will be. But I just wanted you to see the kind of things that they put together, the kind of boxes they put together, the treats that they include, and the quality of the kits that they provide. So Little Owl Patchwork Sampler starts 1st of January. I hope that you will join us for that one. I think that is everything for today. Yeah, everything for today. As I said, I am going to come back periodically through the month, not on my regular 2-weekly schedule now. I think this is the last regular Flosstube episode that you'll see this year. But I will be back several times between now and the end of the year, keeping you up to date with what the contents of the Advent box are. I have seen the contents of envelope number 1. Very nice. So I will come back and share this with you hopefully sometime Wednesday, Thursday next week, perhaps show you a few days of what's in here, and I will share with you what progress I've made on whatever stitching I have done. It's going to be very little, probably every few days, but I will just be keeping you up to date. And I'll see if what I can do something a little festive or a little thought for the festive season as well. I would like to do that if I can pull some things together. So just brief episodes between now and the new year, and I look forward to sharing the rest of this season with you. You've been absolutely fantastic supporting us this year, supporting me as you always do, and supporting Sally and I as we have run through our Fun for 50 Sal 2024. Sally is also at number 48 in terms of starts, so we are neck and neck. I'm really hoping that she can't get another start in until like the 27th of December or something, because then I will win. But anyway, I'm just kidding, Sally. You know what she's going to do now, don't you? She's going to bust a gut to get a finish or a start out before my one on the 21st. Because to say that Sally is competitive is an understatement. I loved it. I loved every minute of the competitive spirit and the fun that we've had this year, Sally. So don't worry. Anyway, I wanted to say thank you to you guys for all of your support, and I look forward to sharing a little bit of the Christmas season with you, and then we'll be back in the new year for regular updates again. So I hope that you'll enjoy me for the little short episodes that are to come, and I wish you all the very best for the season ahead. So until next time, stay well and stitch happy. Bye!